So today we're in Seven Hills in Ohio, and we are on Hemlock Creek. Hemlock Creek is a tributary directly to the Cuyahoga River, which then goes out to Lake Erie. And behind me you see a large stormwater control structure, dam, that was put in when some of these houses went in. We're standing in a development today. So this very large structure holds back stormwater during storm events and slowly releases the water. From there, the water flows through the channel and then flows through the rest of the neighborhood, down into Independence, and then out to the Cuyahoga River. When this development went in, Hemlock Creek was moved. It was shortened and it was straightened. So they put in about 3 90-degree turns in Hemlock Creek that weren't previously there. When you shorten a creek and you put in turns like that, the stream starts to erode and it starts to flood in a way that it wouldn't naturally do. So the project that we're focusing on here in Hemlock Creek is a large acquisition project, which will then allow us to re-meander the stream through the neighborhood. So Seven Hills has been working with us closely on this project. We've been reaching out to all of these neighbors quite a lot to make sure that they're comfortable with all of these houses coming down. So when the development went in, this 90-degree turn was also put into the creek. And you can see it comes from a straight shot from where we were previously behind that dam structure, and then it takes a very sharp bend right here where we're standing now. Over the years, they've put in these concrete blockings to try to control these floodwaters, but during those storms, the water would come up, would rise up in the creek, and it would flow over the ground, and then it would flood 2 houses. The people that lived in these 2 houses would get water flowing directly from the creek into their houses, into their basements, under their doors. But now we'll be using all of this land that we purchased here, including this house. This house will be gone, and we'll meander the stream more gently through this neighborhood. So at this location on Hemlock Creek, you can see the failing bank. They're looser soils, so there's nothing really holding them together. When you have a lot of force coming through a system that has a pretty high grade, and when you have a stream that's been manipulated to allow for the development of houses, you get erosion like this. Behind me is a house that we have purchased. The residents just moved out, and so we'll be demolishing this house soon. To the back of the camera, there are also 2 other parcels that we purchased. So the stream will move from where it is now, and it'll be re-meandered through all of that land that we purchased so that we can create a stable stream bank, because as you can see, this is not stable. So this is a very loose clay material, and it crumbles and falls apart. This is actually a confluence, so 2 tributaries coming together is called a confluence. And so you can see there's a lot of erosion on that smaller tributary, and then a lot of erosion on this main tributary too. It's really dug down from where it was supposed to be. It's all the way down at bedrock now. So it went all the way through that clay layer, all the way through the old channel bed, and then down to bedrock. So this is the last leg of our project here on Hemlock Creek. The parcel that we're standing on now originally had a house on it. We purchased and demolished that house. You can see the creek has created a lot of erosion, again at another 90-degree turn up here. You can see the original drainage pipe from that house is just kind of sitting out there in the creek. The house over on this bank, on the left bank, they have constructed themselves quite a retaining wall here, and parts of it are failing, over time. And so that house was also purchased. We will demolish that house, and we'll also be able to use that parcel to re-meander the stream.